Since this is the last time the mandate holder addresses the Council as Special Rapporteur, we take this opportunity to thank her for her tireless work in often very difficult circumstances over the years. Her efforts behind the scenes in assisting Belarusian rights holders has not always received wide public attention, but it has been gratefully received by our Belarusian civil society partners. She will be missed in the mandate, and we wish her every success in the future. Vice President, we are gravely concerned about the continued attacks on freedom of association in Belarus, as outlined in the rapporteur's latest report. The history of freedom of association in Belarus since independence reads of a state in near permanent war against its own civil society, which has only heightened since 2020 with the liquidation of all human rights organizations. Furthermore, we draw the Council's attention to Belarus's ongoing attacks on its own people who have been forced into exile. Within the last month, the intended extradition of Belarusian filmmaker Andrei Nyot from Serbia to Belarus and the trial and sentencing in absentia of human rights defender Leonid Sudalinka and journalist Hanna Lubakova are just 3 examples. We urge all states to do their utmost to assist Belarusians in exile. Vice President, we ask the Special Rapporteur, what are her recommendations to the Council in supporting her mandate with her successor in mind? Thank you.
How you can help my mandate and how I can help my successor with advices. I think that money is the issue here, and I call on all member states to put an end to the liquidity crisis by paying their contributions in a timely manner and to refrain from decreasing funding to the OHCHR. I thank member states for the 2 additional non-recurrent positions that were budgeted to support the mandate. I regret that the recruitment of the staff could not yet begin due to the liquidity crisis, but hopefully my successor will have human rights officers with a good command of the Russian language, ideally with native command of Belarusian too. And I use this opportunity to actually thank the staff I have been with so far. My advice for my successor is to continue engaging with civil society and human rights defenders, to build, of course, on the previous recommendations made by myself or my predecessor, Miklos Harashti. Most of the recommendations have not been implemented yet. And also, since some of the most challenging things relate to the testimonies that you as mandate holder will be called on to listening to, I think you should not forget to seek psychological support from the UN for the job you have to do. Answering the question on what was the most challenging, personally, it's actually in the recent months, ex-detainees, political prisoners, including female prisoners who have served their full sentences of 2-3 years in detention and who come to see me after they have left the country for their own safety, and what they can tell me about conditions of detention and the desperation of the inmates who are left behind, awaiting for liberation or death in prison.